Joined now by the associate head coach of the Minnesota State Mavericks, Todd Knott. TK heading into the postseason now with St. Thomas, heading to Mankato for a best of three CCHA first round series. Your thoughts on the season so far, and then what do you expect to see out of St. Thomas this weekend?
You know what, first off on the season, I thought we had a resilient group last weekend at Michigan Tech. They're a very good hockey team. Both nights got off to a tough start with them getting one early. And so our stick to it got better as the games went on. I thought Dryden was big when he needed to be. And so a really good weekend overall, I felt, especially coming out off a championship weekend. You know, sometimes worry about guys being a little bit flat, which if you look at Friday night, the first 20, but again, credit to our guys on figuring that out as the game went on. St. Thomas, you know what, I know they've only won 3 games in the season, but if you look, 6 out of the last 7 weekends in league, they've taken points. So there's someone that's gotten better and better. Rico's a very good coach. He's been around a long time, and they're going to come in very hungry.
Chad Currier, the Free Press, do you have questions for Todd Knott?
I do, Todd. Obviously a historic season last year, but the conference tournament is the one that got away. Was that kind of shocking last year, that loss to Northern Michigan, or did that in any way kind of provide a little spark towards what happened after that?
Great question, Chad. And yes, it did, because we got embarrassed on our home ice. And it's something that we've talked about. Coach just mentioned it last weekend. I should say during the week, you look at practice and you looked up in the rafters and said one side really outweighs the other right now. So it's something we need to be focused right now. St. Thomas on hand just to be able to get through that first round series, but it's definitely something we think about.
Another question, Chad?
Yeah, just you obviously came into the last year's postseason on a high note too. Do you feel like this team's maybe even playing better through the regular season than last year? You
know what? Consistency, I would say, has been better. This isn't to take away anything from any of those teams. Because there's a lot of really good players, good human beings that did a lot for our program. But when you look at our D core, along with Dryden McKay, I don't know if we've ever had as deep of a group there where we've consistently rolled out 7 defensemen and equally played minutes. If you look at the past years, we usually go 6, and that was even divided up where you get 2, 3 of those guys that play a lot of minutes. So I feel that piece of our game in terms of defending, and then again having that goalie that's been a backstop for the last 4 years. That's been more consistent for us.
But obviously, you guys don't need the win in the tournament to get into the national tournament. But probably every team you play is going to need to win to at least ensure a spot there anyway. So just. You think the boys are ready for everybody's best shot here over the next potentially three weekends?
Again, it's a great point, Chad, because you look at what Northern did last year, it was the same thing. When you've got a desperation team that knowing if they lose a hockey game, specifically for that senior group, that they're packing up and their career's over, that's pretty powerful. And for us, I should say, that's a really good thing because we're going to get everybody's best from here on out. And again, first up is St. Thomas. And they've been 6 or 7 weekends. That's a hard thing to do in our league. And they've done that for a course of almost 2 months now. So we know we're going to get a very hungry team this weekend.
I wish I had the list right in front of me, but Kevin told me there was 3 guys that didn't play last week. I think Sandlin was one of them. Are those kids, those 3, going to be back?
It's looking really good. Right now, practice all week. We've had everybody going. And it's not 100% yet, but it looks good right now that we'll be healthy for the weekend.
Okay. All right, that's really all I got.
All right, thanks, Chad. We're going to bring in Wyatt Aamodt here.
Yeah.
This is Chad Currier.
Wyatt's good.
Yep.
Hey, Wyatt. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
You want me just to start?
Questions of Wyatt? Go ahead.
Okay. Last year you guys had such a great season last year, but the conference tournament is the one that you guys didn't get. Do you remember how you felt that night after that loss to Northern and how that might have affected you the rest of last year and maybe even going into this week?
Yeah, I think I can speak for the entire group on that one. That was embarrassing for us how we came out and performed, for our fans, for everything else. Obviously, that's nothing that we want to do in playoffs, this important time of the year. Except to sum that up, I think that was, embarrassing for all of us, and we'll claim that one. So right now, I think our main focus is just kind of getting better every day and just controlling what we can control right now coming into playoffs. I think we're taking steps in the right direction every day still. So I think that's our big thing, is just focus on the day at hand, and then just keep chugging along. That's all we can control right now. So that's kind of our main focus. And, last year's behind us, but we learned from it and move on and just do what we can do now.
Does a conference, with all you guys got certainly bigger goals, but does a conference tournament championship mean a lot to you and the boys?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, every championship that you have an opportunity to go after means a lot. We haven't been able to do that since my freshman year. So that was a good experience for all of us. And I want these other guys to be able to experience that, and our fans and the community here as well. Like I said, every championship means a lot. So obviously we're going to put our best foot forward and see what we can do. And that's been one of our goals this year is, win that regular season. And it's good to have that chapter of the book closed, but then just keep moving forward and try to win this conference championship and playoffs here. And then, then we'll move on. But for now, that's our main focus right now. That starts Friday.
So you guys obviously don't need the conference championship to get the automatic berth, but every team you play might from here on out. This year being ranked number one, you have the target on your back anyway. Are you maybe a little more prepared for every team giving you your best shot every night?
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of teams are coming in hungry, and we got a couple in our league that are on that bubble and make it in. So I think, we're used to that in a way of getting everyone's best. That's kind of what's, a fun part about being a Maverick here is, we're always going to get everyone's best, and we enjoy that and look forward to it. Like I said, I think all we can control is kind of our game right now and not really worry about how they're going to come at us. I think it's about us now, whether we come out prepared and play. I think we're going to do that Friday, and we just got to kind of our starts here and get better moving forward in the playoffs.
You guys haven't had a lot of trouble with St. Thomas. How do you protect from being overconfident, just how those games have gone?
I think that, that's kind of on us as a leadership group. It's a message we can kind of send to the guys. Every day's a challenge within itself, and St. Thomas has nothing to lose. They're going to come out here. They're going to be throwing punches, and we got to be ready to take that. Like I said, they've been playing really well lately too. They've got a couple of wins lately, against some good teams too. So I think they're gonna bring their best game. So we got to look forward to that. This playoffs, it's a new season now. Score 0-0, everyone's record's the same. So I think we got to come out and just earn it.
You like where your team is at starting the postseason now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's I think we're in a good spot right now. Just with the feel in the room, I think guys are ready to compete. These are the type of games that we we look forward to and play for. You always want to get into playoffs and kind of get going there, but you can't do that in January, beginning of February. So it's exciting times for us. We're all competitors, we're all athletes. So I think that's a big thing for us right now is just that playoff, competition and that atmosphere that we're all looking forward to.
All right, that's all I got for you. Appreciate your time.
Perfect. Thank you. Good to meet you.
Thanks.
Good to meet you.
Thanks, Wyatt.
This weekend.